Hello, you're watching South Coast Fishing.
I'm Phil,
I'm Andy,
and today we're down at Lake Pier, down at Hamworthy.
and it's going to be a double whammy. We've got another fishing session planned for later today as well.
Yeah, we're going to have a short period today, this morning, and then go out again later.
So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, it's a little bit windier than we expected. Tide is on and neat, just going out slightly. And the weather was supposed to be just cloudy. It looks like it might rain, but hopefully it won't.
Yeah, fingers crossed it won't rain. Yeah.
Right, so we're going to have a wander over to the rods and see what we're using. Sorry if there is any wind noise. I have got a wind muff on, but it's not the greatest. So me and Phil are running both the mackerel rods again. Both have got pulley rigs on.
Yep, pulley rig.
4 ounce weight on each, just because of the wind and obviously the tides do go quite quick down here. And then I've got this old beastie out again. I haven't used this for about 3 or 4 months. And that's just got a normal running ledger, and I've got a 5 ounce weight on that just to keep it down. That one I'm literally just flicking out, not that far at all. So if we get anything. Failing that, I might just drop it down the side and see if we can get a wrasse again, like we did last time we were here. Hopefully there'll be no exploding reels.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we've been having one of those mornings this morning. Nothing's gone right. Everything we've touched has just gone wrong. The traffic was a nightmare for me to get down here. And yeah, it's just been one of those. But there's a little bit of a cooking thing going on later, so stay tuned for that as well. But in the meantime, we've got some sausage sandwiches.
Yep.
And some coffee. So now we're finally here, 45 minutes late. Yeah, we're gonna have something to eat because we haven't had breakfast and we want something warm. So yeah, no Just Eat today. It's actually been cooked at home and wrapped in foil, so we'll come back if we get any bites. Right, so we've been down here a couple of hours and pretty much nothing.
Cold.
Yeah. The wind's picked up, it's ripping through our clothes, it's horrible and icy. We definitely need to get some windproof clothing, I think. Yeah, apart from that, nothing else. The other rod, I did dangle it down the side to try and get a wrasse or whatever I caught here last time. I managed to get the hook caught on the bottom of the pier, so I've lost a hook. So I have put a smaller hook on, and that's out probably about 20 yards or so. But yeah, still nothing. We are getting clean hooks, but I think that's just crabs. So yeah, we're going to give it another hour, and then we're going to head off, and then we'll get on to the other food section. I didn't film the sausage sandwiches, but they didn't last that long. They were gone in minutes. Anyway, the sun is trying to poke out through the clouds, but over there it's just looking a bit horrible. It's not forecast to rain, but it looks like it might. We'll see. Right then, we've given up. We didn't catch anything, not really a bite at all. It's quite cold. The tide's fully in now, but I think, like Phil said earlier, we're flogging a dead horse. So
yeah, so we're gonna knock it on for this morning, and we'll be back again later.
okay folks, so when you're off out fishing, it's nice to take something nice and simple that you can either put in a food flask, or even if you've got a little burner and a saucepan you can reheat. Alternatively, this could be used for when you get back from a fishing trip. So this is going to be my take on doing a chili con carne in a slow cooker. So first of all, we've got 500 grams of minced beef, or ground beef as you call it over in America. So what I've done is I've just broken that up and made sure it's all loose and fluffy. Then I've got one large white onion, and that's all been diced up, so that can just go straight in like so. And then I have 2 cloves of garlic as well, which I will use in the garlic press and squish that through. So there we go, in the press, and nice good squeeze, and that all comes out this side. Let me get the camera angle right. Here we go, just scrape it off with a knife. And then sometimes it does squeeze up through the sides of the press, like so. So all we do is we just reposition it back down over the holes, all the loose bits. And we just do it again, give it one more squeeze. There we go, a load more has come out. Okay then, so we've got the beef, we've got the onions, and we've got the garlic. Then what I like to use, just for pure simplicity, and it saves having to mess about with making specific sauces or spices or using chili powder, and that is I just get some red kidney beans in chili sauce. Most places only do it in water, so have a look around in the chili sauce, so then you haven't got to make a sauce. And we just put those over the top like so. And then we also have the most popular make of baked beans. They do one in a chili sauce as well, so we'll put those in. So we've got 2 lots of chili sauce and 2 varieties of beans. Right, so all we do now is we literally just don't mix it up, just level everything off and make sure there's enough fluid. There will be some juices that will come out of the meat and some water that will come out of the onions as well. So we just pop that on now, and we're going to pop it on low. Power's on at the wall. Set that to low. We don't want it on high. And we'll pop the lid on. And we'll pretty much leave that going overnight. So at the moment it is now 10 past midnight. I'm supposed to be going fishing for just after 7 o'clock, so I need to get to bed. So what I'll do is I'll check that in the morning. If I do find or think that that is a bit too thick or it needs a bit more water, you can either put say half a cup of water in, because I'm going to leave it running till at least lunchtime. I'm going to leave it going for 12 hours. Or the other option is get tomato passata. So that's basically halfway between chopped tomatoes and tomato puree. It's basically like a bolognese sauce, but just the tomatoes. So that can always go in. That's there as a backup just in case. Okay, so we'll come back when that's done. Okay, so the rice is now bubbling away and the chili is done. That looks quite nice. I did end up putting the tomato passata in the end. It did look a little bit limp and lackluster, so just to thicken it up and make it look nice. Sorry, the rice is steaming up the lens. So Phil's here. Say hello, Phil.
Hello, Phil.
I'll dish it up in a minute and you can see the final result. Okay, so there we go, there's the final result. We've got some rice, we've got some chilli and a little bit of grated cheese on the top. So we're going to eat that, chill out for probably about 15-20 minutes, and then we're going to go off out for a second session of fishing.
Hiya, and welcome back to the second session of the day. It's a little bit windy tonight, but yeah, we're still here.
Yeah, we're down Evening Hill again. So our question to you is a blank for the session or a blank for the day? So if you do 2 sessions in a day and you get a blank in the first session and then you get a blank, but you catch something in the second session, is that still classed as a blank, or I don't know, I'm just rambling on. Yeah, sorry, the light's not very good down here. Obviously we're down here in the dark. I'm just trying to get in the torchlight. You can see my jacket. Yeah, so the wind is absolutely howling now, hence the jacket. I've got something on that's windproof because I was freezing earlier.
Yeah.
So we've got beach caster and a mackerel rod out each. And yeah, my tripod's already gone over with the wind as well. So I've turned it side on, which is something I've never done before.
Yeah, I've got mine side on because of the wind, keeping the tips low. In the hope that, it's not,
So we're actually taking shelter to do this video under the lid of the boot on the car, because I think if we go out in the wind you won't hear us.
Yeah, no, it's pretty breezy. It is pretty breezy.
Cool, so if we do get anything we'll try and film it, but there might be a lot of wind noise, so fingers crossed we get something.
Yep.
Right, so the wind's still picking up even more. It's terrible. No bites at all.
No, we have been reeling in with clean hooks though, so you know. And there's a couple of guys down here a little earlier when we first got here, and one of them said that he'd been catching this evening. So there is definitely something about, but it's just catching it and getting it on the hook.
Yeah, I just think it's time and tide, really, and obviously the weather's not helping either.
Yeah, definitely. It is really, really blowing down here.
I mean, the rod tips are rattling away, so I think it would be really difficult to tell whether you have got a bite unless you're actually holding the rod. And holding the rod in this wind with cold hands is not the dealio, so...
Definitely not. But we've given it a good try anyway, and yeah. So this is the reality of fishing. As much as we'd love to be able to catch every single time we come out, sometimes it just does not happen. And there could be a million reasons why not, you know, bait, weather, tide, literally anything, just wrong place, wrong time. If that worm's not in exactly the right place at the right time, you're not going to catch. And unfortunately today's just been one of those days.
Yeah, we just need something, even if it's something the size of my little finger, just to save the blank, really.
Yeah, I would love just, yeah, like you say, even a fish finger, that'll do, anything would do. But yeah, like I say, unfortunately, that's the reality of fishing. Is, you know, it just sometimes it just does not happen. Okay, so it's just gone 11 o'clock and we're calling it quits for tonight. We haven't had any joy. We've had plenty of strip hooks but no actual fish, and not 100% sure about bites because of the wind.
Yep, so it doesn't matter which way you look at it, whether which session had a blank. It's been a blank the whole day. Both sessions were a blank.
Definitely struck out for today.
Yep, so that's it, pretty much in a nutshell. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share this video with everybody that you know that is into fishing, and we'll see you all in the next one.